Hello everybody, it's Julia here from the Highly Sensitive Tarot, and I'm here today with a reading. This is my October monthly energy check-in, and it is for the collective. It's not specifically for Libra or for Scorpio. For anyone who might have a birthday around this time, this is an energy check-in for the collective. So I hope that if you feel drawn to watch this reading, that there might be something here that resonates for you. I have already sat and I've lit my candle, I've had a deep breath, I've meditated a little bit on the energy for October, and I have shuffled and drawn some cards. We've got 4 piles here. We've got your current self, how you feel right now, the theme of the month for you, a key goal to pursue, and an obstacle to overcome. And we've obviously got the bottom of the deck here, and I'm going to also draw a Lenormand card just to start us off. And I'm drawing a Lenormand card this time because I'm trying to learn Lenormand, and so I thought it would be good for me to try a Lenormand card instead of an oracle card. I have also got another deck of oracle cards. I've got this one here, the Soul Oracle cards, which I will probably draw a card at the end as well, just for advice and the way forward. But the cards I'm using here, actually, I'll just say, are the Creatures Tarot, which my son bought me recently. So I thought I'd give them a run out for this energy check-in. I've only really flicked through them, so it'll be interesting to see how they read, won't it? So for the collective, for October, if we could have a card, please, to reflect the energy of the month of October. Thank you. Okay. There we go. And we have the compass. The compass. So I'm thinking about that. Oops, sorry. I've got hand cream on my hands and they are sticky, which will be interesting with these cards, won't it? So card number 42, the compass. Now, a compass can be something that can quite literally tell you which direction to go in, where you are in terms of east, north, west and south. But a compass can also be an inner compass, can't it? That's what I'm now thinking of, is that I think we all have an inner compass that kind of guides us in the right direction a lot of the time, that helps us to know the difference between right and wrong, things like that. So I'm going to have a look in the little guidebook for this, because as I said, I'm learning Lenormand and I want to make sure that I get all the information from this. So yeah, this is about direction, isn't it? Maybe an inner direction, maybe an outer direction. And we've got here, I'm here to help you find your way. If there is a journey to be taken or a choice to be made, I can provide you with directions and a path so that you don't stray. The compass card is an indicator of the direction that one is meant to go. It can represent someone or something that provides that guidance and helps direct you towards a goal. And the card urges you to examine the point or the focus of your undertaking. Excuse me, look to see where the needle is pointed. The card advises you to not proceed blindly without direction, to know where you're going, but also why you are going and what you expect to find. The compass card represents the many things that can guide you on your path. So this would be about not only looking for those inner thoughts, feelings, sensations, the things that we have when we're about to make a decision, make a choice, make a plan. It's not only about listening to those things inwardly, but it's also about paying attention to synchronicities, to the signs and the omens around you, to the people around you. But I think also this card is urging you to very closely examine your motivations for the decisions that you're making. So why you might want to do a particular thing and what you might expect as an outcome from that. So that's a good card to begin with, isn't it, I think? So let's turn over these first cards, which I have not looked at yet, because I very much enjoy the working out of things. So so this first row is your current self. So this is how do you feel right now? And we have the Page of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, and the Strength card. So this is making me think, first of all, looking at the Page of Pentacles here, that perhaps you're trying to manifest something, you're trying to make something happen. And that could very well be tied in with the compass here, couldn't it? You know, this is something tangible, something real, something that you're trying to manifest and make happen. So it could be that you have choices. It could be that you have decisions to make about which way to proceed. The Seven of Wands, that is Mars in Leo, isn't it? This is feeling defensive, isn't it? Feeling somewhat under attack, feeling that you might need to defend yourself against something, that you might have to kind of dig deep to protect or defend yourself against something. Or at least wait and find out what's going to happen before you act, I think, is how this card is making me feel. It's not about a sudden movement. It's not about a sudden acting out or of doing anything. It's a time of watching and waiting, perhaps to wait and see what happens. And I get that feeling very much here from the Strength card also. And the Strength card is Leo again, isn't it? So we've got Leo here twice. The Strength card to me, and particularly this one, it's lovely, isn't it? This little creature here just sat on a mountain, like in the glow of the sun, perhaps, just waiting for something. So there is very much a feeling at the moment in your current self of trying to manifest something, trying to make something happen, or trying to change the direction of your life. Excuse me. I always got a frog in my throat, haven't I? It's about trying to change the direction of your life in some way. And I'm, feeling that obviously here because of the compass. But I do feel that this is not a time for action as such. I think that the action is yet to come. I think this is a time of preparation, of digging deep, of assessing the situation, of waiting to see almost what will happen. And I say that also because at the bottom of the deck here we have the Ace of Wands. So it's like that impulse to act is quite fresh and quite new. And I think that there may be a feeling of pressure to do something here, but I think you're in the very early stages of doing something, of trying to manifest something. And I think at the moment it's like you're feeling your way forward. You're having to examine your own thoughts and impulses and motivations for what you're doing and really be sure, I think. So the theme of the month for you, we have the Sun, very, very positive. We have the Journey, which is one of the extra cards from this deck, which I will have to read because I don't know what that means. Well, I have an idea, but I would like to look. So, if this is the theme of the month for you, excuse me, this is wonderful, isn't it? We've got the sun, which is this beautiful positivity, which again, I kind of associate a bit with Leo. I know that it's the sun, it's a fire sign, but I kind of associate the sun with Leo. So we've got that energy there again, but more importantly, this positivity and this inner confidence, this ability to sort of radiate positivity. And that's followed by the journey here. So let's have a little look in my book as to what the journey means. There are 2 bonus cards with this deck. And the journey is our personal journey through a situation, our life path, the ups and downs of everything. And that fits in really nicely with what we've got going on here, because the compass would certainly indicate there is a journey. There is some kind of preparation and assessment and a gathering of strength, if you like, a preparation for something. There's an impulse, isn't there, to do something, to strike out, to proceed, to do. And we've got that here with the 2 of Wands also, haven't we? You know, the 2 of Wands is Mars in Aries, so this is definitely a drive, a plan. It's a drive to start something, but it's in that planning stage, isn't it? It's in that decision-making stage again of what's the right thing to do? Which direction am I going to go? Trying to make your mind up about something. So very much this month already, I can see here, there is very much the feeling of planning and preparing and being sure about the direction that you want to take. Pile number 3 here is a key goal to pursue. We've got the 3 of Wands. Wow. So we've got the 3 of Wands here, which obviously is following on from the 2 of Wands, isn't it? And we've also got the Ace of Wands, haven't we? So there is definitely something here that you are trying to manifest, something that you're exploring, something you're trying to work out. Yeah. I mean, whether this means that you're going to be going on a literal journey, that you're going to be taking a holiday, a trip, you could be moving house, you could be thinking about changing jobs, careers. I don't necessarily see this as being a romantic or love affair issue here so far. We have no cards particularly to indicate that, but this could certainly be the start of a new career, or the thinking about and preparing for a new direction in your life, a new career. We've got the 5 of Pentacles here following the 3 of Wands. The 5 of Pentacles is Mercury in Taurus, so this is feeling sad, isn't it? This is feeling kind of despairing about your situation in some way. So there's some self-doubt here. There may even be some reality around that, you know. Times can be hard for a lot of us, you know, financially. This can represent a feeling of not being in control of things, being isolated, despairing about your situation, not feeling like you have the resources or the things that you need to proceed. So whether this is an actual reality or whether this is something that you're doubting in yourself remains to be seen, doesn't it? But we've also got here the Ace of Cups, which is lovely. And to me, this just represents filling your own cup, you know, taking care of yourself. And I would say that in amongst all of this, that's very important, because while you're planning and preparing and weighing things up, I think that's a difficult place to be, isn't it? You know, I know within myself that if I'm trying to make a decision about something, that's the most stressful part of the situation. I think once you've made a decision that you're happy about or that makes sense to you, that takes the pressure off considerably, doesn't it? But, you know, there's some lovely cards here. We've got the Strength card, the Sun card, the Journey, the Ace of Cups. So I see that this will have a very positive outcome for you, for sure. I don't really particularly see any real negativity here so far, other than the Five of Pentacles. And, you know, that may just be that to start off with whatever this new venture is, that you may have to go without certain things for a time. There may be a sacrifice to be made here, I'm not really sure, in order to get what you want in the long term. That's not always a bad thing. Yeah, let's have a look. So that's your key goals to pursue, isn't it? I should have kept that in mind, shouldn't I? So your key goals to pursue are to get a little bit further down the line, I think, of your exploration of the decision that you've got to make and the direction that you want to go in. A key goal for you might be that you need to just get your finances in order. You know, maybe you need to talk to somebody. Maybe you need to feel not so isolated and alone with your thoughts. Perhaps it's something that does need to be shared. Perhaps it's something that you need to seek advice over, I think. And the other little bit of a goal for you for the month would be to take care of yourself, I guess, wouldn't it? In amongst all of this, I would see that as being very important. So the last row that we've got here, the last row that we've got, and this is a key, this is an obstacle to overcome. And yeah, we've got the Three of Swords here at the top. So this is something that could be very difficult for you to process mentally. It could be that something has hurt you. It could be a sign of some kind of negativity in your thinking. This is Saturn in Libra, so these are big things that have set you out of balance, things that have set your mind into a place of pain and perhaps fear and distrust. And I think if this is an obstacle to overcome this month, it would be your own thinking processes, your own thought processes. It looks to me that everything energetically here is saying that you can very definitely achieve your goal. You are on a journey. You know, we've got the compass here and we've got the journey. We've got the Ace of Wands, the Two of Wands, and the Three of Wands. So you're on your way to somewhere for sure. But I think there is some fear, isn't there? There's some fear around wherever this journey may lead you, wherever it may take you. And I just noticed actually underneath the Ace of Wands here, we've also got the Chariot. So there is very definitely a journey being had here. But it's not a race. I'm very much getting the feeling here that it's not a race. It's something that does need careful thought, careful thinking, careful exploration, and maybe even to talk to somebody about, because you could be feeling quite isolated with this, with what you're actually trying to manifest. The other cards we've got here are the Nine of Cups and the Queen of Swords. And I mean, the Nine of Cups is often a card of contentment, isn't it? Of emotional contentment, of having everything that you need. And this octopus here has got a lot of cups. He's got, you know, he has a lot, but maybe he's juggling too many cups. This might not be quite as it seems. this could be overwhelming. When I look at this card, to me, it's overwhelming. It's too many things. So there could be an element of that, couldn't there? That actually the obstacles you need to overcome are that your thought processes have been kind of negative or fearful or distrusting, and emotionally you may have felt overwhelmed, you know, with what you're actually having to decide here and manifest for yourself. And then we have the Queen of Swords here, who I always see as a very, very positive influence, actually. The Queen of Swords, she brings clarity and truth and answers. I often think the Queen of Swords brings answers to things, but maybe she could also be guilty of overthinking and being negative, perhaps. You know, this card is very grey, isn't it? She's a very grey little creature there. So yeah, it could be that this again is this overthinking. So if I just try and sum this up, I mean, as I said, it's all here. There is a journey here to be taken, whether this is a journey into yourself, into your own psyche, a healing journey, or whether this is an actual literal journey of a change that you're trying to manifest in your life. Only you will know. But I do feel that there could be big changes for some of you. There could be a new job, a new home. It could just be a new way that you approach your life and how you organise your life, about the way that you live your life. But there's definitely movement here. There's definitely a journey. There's definitely a need to take your time, to not rush. There's nothing here about rushing. This is all about taking your time, I feel. But there's a great deal of positivity here also, isn't there? I mean, the Strength card, digging deep, finding inner resources, inner strength, you know, learning to rely on yourself, being okay with being alone with yourself. I think that's what I see here, actually, is that it's okay to be alone with yourself, that you can find the answers that you need. The Sun is telling us very much that there is a great deal of positivity around this situation, and that you could take some confidence from that, some self-confidence. I think it's very important for you to look after yourself this month, to fill your own cup, however that sort of however you need to, however that fulfills itself in you. For me, it would be things like afternoon naps, you know, nice cups of tea, my tarot cards, books, going for walks, eating good food, standing under the shower for a long period of time, chatting to friends. You know, they're all things that fill my cup. So I think, you know, that's probably telling you that you need a little bit of time out from some of this, because I think it's feeling quite overwhelming. I think it's been dominating, whatever this situation is, it's been dominating your thoughts and feelings for a little while. But yeah, so let me draw another card just to see if I've got any advice before we go. As I said, this is the Soul Oracle cards by Sonia Croquette. This is Lessons and Soul Purpose cards. I love these cards. They never seem to fail to give good advice. So, for the collective, please, for this reading for October, if we could have some advice about the way forward, please. Ooh, they fell funny, didn't they? ask with sincerity. Ask with sincerity. Let's have a look. Card number 17. Interesting, we had a lot of Leo in this reading as well, actually. I think we had more Leo in this reading than anybody. Card number 17. So, the universe is available to assist you, but only if you have the state of mind and spirit to receive that direction. I've been saying, haven't I? Direction, the journey. So your soul's purpose right now is to be receptive to what the universe has to offer. Are you prepared to listen to that higher direction, even if it means a change of your plans? Or do you simply want the universe to agree with you and make the world do things your own way? I can see that here. I can see that here. Release all your preconceived beliefs and attitudes about how things must work out and let the universe show you a new way. Trust that it has a better plan. Your assignment on a soul level is to mentally, emotionally, and even physically get out of the way so that the higher wisdom can direct your life. Clear your mind completely and wait for guidance. It will come and it will surprise you. Wow. It's all here, isn't it? It's all here. Don't overthink. Try not to become overwhelmed emotionally by what's going on. And kind of maybe like the Queen of Wands, just be a little bit more detached from the situation. Allow the universe to bring you the answers rather than trying to overthink. Yeah. Be receptive to what the universe has to offer. Are you prepared to listen to higher direction, even if it means a change of plans? So, as I said, there's definitely plans afoot here. As I said, this is not a race. There's no need to do anything impulsive or I feel that you perhaps want to do something impulsive because the Ace of Wands is at the bottom of the deck and it's often the heart of the matter. So I feel like it's like you want to do something, but you're being urged very strongly here to wait, to pause, to allow the universe to show you the answers that you need, to show you the path before you. It's there and I think it will come. And as it says here, it will come and it will surprise you and reward you with its insight. So there you go. What an interesting reading for October. I would love to know how this resonates for people. So do say hello. I would love to hear from you all. Love to you all. And I hope that it's a good month of October for everybody. And I'll see you again soon. Thank you.